Hello, welcome back to Tarot Time with Andy. This is Teaching Tuesday, and I am doing the pages today. So for starters, I have the Page of Cups. Here we go. The Page of Cups. Well, we have here the Page of Cups. As you can see, I have a little writing on there from a long time ago. Kind, gentle, thoughtful, and typically liked by others. So this is kind of a popular individual who is sensitive, idealistic, creative, can sense what other people are feeling. So this is a very sensitive child, sensitive young person. And this person also brings messages of love and happiness. So when you see this card, it can represent a message coming in of love and happiness, a new beginning. And this is a cherished child. This is a child that is really cherished within the family unit. In reverse, this child has Peter Pan syndrome. Immature, unhappy news is coming in. This child has a lack of imagination and is not kind, liked, sensitive, everything in reverse that you saw in the upright. It all goes into reverse. So this child is not a cherished child in reverse. Okay, and there's a fish. There's a fish that's coming out of the cup. That represents ideas and messages from the subconscious mind. So that's where the ideas and messages come in from the fish. The fish is typically represents spiritual. You'll see it with the queen. You'll see it with the Queen of Cups. Whenever you see that the fish coming out of a cup, that typically is ideas coming from the subconscious mind. So when you see that, that's kind of what you should look for. Anyways, that is the Page of Cups. Now there goes my voice a little bit. Here we go. So here we go. We have the Page of Wands. The Page of Wands is youthful, impulsive, loves risk, being a wand, which is a phallic symbol, is a thumbs up, high vibe, and it is also sexting because it is a phallic symbol. Anytime you see a wand, especially if it's a male figure, it is definitely phallic symbol. So there's sexting involved more than likely. New beginnings and new projects. So there's lots of ambition. You got to remember the wands. The wands are very ambitious. They tend to be warm, exciting. They have a business mind. In reverse, this young person, individual in their 20s up to in mid-20s, become very rebellious. They have more arrested development. They become more immature. Any pages in the reverse position are immature. They're all immature in the reverse position. So since Wands is confidence in business, now the confidence is down. The waiting didn't pan out because it goes in waiting mode because they're not fire starters, they're not ambitious. So the waiting didn't pan out because they were waiting something out. Being the phallic symbol that it is, it also represents in reverse that someone has been unfaithful, and it's a red flag. There's a salamander in the image somewhere. Some of them have salamanders. I don't see it in this particular card, and that represents renewal if you should see a salamander. So that is the Wands. So next, let's go to the Page of Swords. Where did my Page of Swords go? Ah, there it is, Page of Swords. Okay, I about freaked out for a minute there. Page of Swords. Whenever you see a Page of Swords, you need to be on high alert because this one's not a very nice person for the most part. I like to refer to the Knight of Swords and the Page of Swords as very dark characters. With the Knight of Swords, I like to refer to it as my narc card. It's a young narcissist. It's a young psychopath, very, warmonger kind of mindset. The Page is sort of a younger version of that in all due respect, but you just need to be on high alert because they really haven't gotten the skills down quite like what the Knight has. But you still need to be very defensive around this person. This is a very defensive individual, and they will spy on you. Like I said, it's a young narc and a young psycho, very insensitive. They like to take risk and they cause problems. They are very independent, hasty, impulsive. They jump to conclusions. They're thoughtless and immature. So you got to be very careful whenever you see this card. Just like with the Knight of Swords, both very unsavory individuals. The body language on here shows with the stance, the feet apart, the wand, the sword up. That is ready to strike you, ready to take you out. Okay. The clouds represents stands before you. It's a breath of fresh air because the clouds are behind, so it's breath of fresh air. So yeah, like I was saying, I don't know if I said this. So in reverse, the completely thoughtless, very impulsive, more than likely going to strike you, going to do something nasty to you, okay, or to someone else in the situation. Completely thoughtless, probably lacks a conscience, more than likely, just like with the Knight in the reverse, completely has no conscience, more than likely. Very likely to not have a conscience. No remorse, no sensitivity. Be very careful. That is your page. Just like with the Knight, be very careful with those two. Okay, then we have the Pentacles. With the Pentacles. Pentacles is the messenger of news and media. This one is good money, good fortune. It could also represent getting a raise. You're getting your thumbs up from your boss. This is also a very scholarly child, young kid, young person. Very scholarly, studious, obedient, a straight A student. This is someone that makes mama very proud kind of card. In reverse, you get bad news. Bad news is coming. Also, this individual has confusion over their goals and priorities. They're just a total confusion. Lack of direction. They become impractical and irresponsible. So they're not mama's proud kid. This is where the kid ends up being kind of the F student, doesn't do what's expected of them, just fails, you know, very irresponsible, fights you with everything that you want the kid to do, they fight you on it, they work against you. In this position, the child's going to work against you, work against good parenting skills, and is going to be a bit of a problematic. So yeah, so anyways, with this symbology, the meadow, there's a meadow here. The meadow represents greater growth and opportunities are all open. So as long as this kid studies well, does well, brings in good news for themselves and for others, life is going to be very abundant for this child because this is a very smart child, a smart young person. So, and very independent. And so they're not going to be a problem, but they become a problem when they're in reverse. You know, because of the impulsivity and the hastiness, very thoughtless and cruel, very thoughtless and cruel. So yes, lack of conscience there. So anyways, that is that. So I think that's going to be it for today. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Till next time, like and subscribe. Bye.